And I have written a book, Natural Childbirth Exercises, which is available on my website of the same name, or on Amazon, or in bookstores. You can get it almost anywhere. You can even just email me and I will send you one. Anyway, it is designed to give you a normal, natural, childbirth. Now, your body is made to give birth. It's been going on for a long time, ladies. So you do not need to consider it a medical event. It is a natural function of your body. And if you really want that to happen, you need to begin as early as you know you're pregnant to get ready for it. There's none of this going into the hospital and saying, oh, I'd like a natural childbirth, please, as though it's on their menu somehow. No, it's not. They don't have time to teach you what you need to know in those last few hours of having a baby. So it's up to you. If it's to be, it's up to me. And that means you start reading, you start looking into it, you start asking people. Now, some people are going to give you a lot of negativity about it, even joking. It's just everybody thinks that, give me the epidural, please. You miss out on so much if you do it that way. It's really, really important that you do this for yourself. Take responsibility for this baby that you have in your uterus and bring that child into the world without drugs and without fear and without pain. It's the most joyous, exciting event that you'll ever experience. So don't let anybody talk you into missing it. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is a part of the first stage of labor. You need to practice all of these things for a long time to get good enough at them to really do them well. And in my nutshell explanation of natural childbirth, the first stage, you relax completely and breathe with your abdomen. Breathe abdominally. Now, of course, you don't really breathe into your abdomen, but that's for a minute or two from now. And the second stage of labor, you take deep breaths and push as hard as you can push. So those are the two ways that you have to be during a natural childbirth. I'm going to skip over relaxation for right now, and next time I talk to you, we'll do some relaxing. And I'll give you all the techniques I know to relax. But for abdominal breathing, it's really easy, it's really simple. It takes a lot of time practicing to be able to get it down right. So I need you in a position. The reason I'm on the floor is so I can show you what I need to show you. I'd like you to get into what we call a contour position. And if you have your knees bent, it relaxes your legs. You will be sitting on your tailbone, on your coccyx. So in this position, you have a better feel and even look at what your abdomen is doing. If you're standing upright, it's a little hard to do. And if you're sitting in a chair, everything gets caught in between your legs and your posture anyway. It takes away from the actual visual. So if you will put your hands low on your abdomen down toward that bone in front, the pubis, then you'll be able to feel what you're doing. Open your mouth so that you can get a good big breath. Breathe in and see if your abdomen rises. Now, we don't breathe air into our abdomen, right? We breathe it into our lungs. So what's happening is if the lungs fill up enough, then they push down on the diaphragm, which is right about in here on your body, and it pushes up the contents of the abdomen. So that's what's happening when you do it. So let's do it one more time. Breathe in. And out, just comfortably. Slow breathing, but not holding your breath or anything. Again. Now, I don't need to breathe with my mouth open right now, and you don't either, because we're not in hard work. We're not needing oxygen. But so if you practice with your breathing through your nose instead of your mouth, it's fine, because it's a little uncomfortable breathing through your mouth. But when you're really exercising, you will breathe through your mouth. And when you are in labor, it's like exercising. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to do this, but if you went out and ran around the house and came back in and did your abdominal breathing, you would open your mouth. The amount of work that you're going to be doing to have this baby is really tremendous. It has been likened to a marathon. And what I want you to always remember is that marathons are run for fun. So why do we have to be so negative about labor and having a baby, which is probably the most joyful thing you can ever experience? So when you are in labor, you will need your mouth open. And so for practicing, you see, I'm trying to make a big distinction here between practicing what you're doing and the real thing in labor. So in labor, you will be relaxing totally, completely, your whole body, everything about you. And we're going to learn all of that in another session. But your coach is very important in this. They can see if you're tight. They can probably tell. If they keep their hand on your abdomen, they can tell if you're pushing. You know, you don't push the abdomen up, your belly. You don't push on it with your muscles. Because what we're trying to do is keep that abdominal wall really loose and relaxed, even though it's lifting up, but it's getting out of the way of the uterus. There's nothing you can do during first stage to assist in the labor and assist the uterus to do its job, except to stay out of its way. And so you do that by relaxing and abdominal breathing. That lifts the abdomen out of the way while that uterus is scrunching into a really, really tight, hard ball and pushing up on it. So when they come in contact, you don't want it to be a fight. If you were clenching down on your abdomen, which we sometimes do when we're nervous or tense or in pain, that would really bring on pain. If you can keep it loose and limp and just sort of floating there as you're breathing out, it's a natural way of pushing the abdomen out of the way of the uterus. The same with your body. You need to be totally relaxed. If you even have one hand clenched, and your coach needs to watch for that sort of thing, then you're going to feel pain. I can't explain it to you. The nervous system is amazing, but somehow or another that happens. You can prove it to yourself. I proved it to myself. If you have to rush to the bathroom during one of your contractions, which I did frequently, and you get caught on the floor in the middle of a contraction, it's not as nice as when you're lying in bed, relaxing and breathing abdominally, let me tell you. So I had long labors, and the good thing about long labors is you have a long time to get good at what you're doing. So the good thing about a short one is it's over quickly. So there's good things on both sides. I do want you to understand that this is very hard work and that you need to get ready for it. It's not hard work the whole time. In the beginning, you'll sort of stop, and when you feel a contraction coming, you're probably not even sure yet that you're in real labor. You'll lean against a table or lean against a wall or against your husband and sort of breathe as best you can with your abdomen until the contraction's over, and then you'll carry on with whatever you were doing. But as you get further along in labor, it's full concentration, full-on concentration, and it will take all your energy to stay relaxed. But that's what will help the labor progress. So it's all for a good cause. The thing that you need to know about practicing is, first of all, do it daily. Do it as many times as you can think about it, but at least make sure you do it once a day and give yourself a few minutes. If you will abdominal breathe for 2 minutes at a time, it's good practice. A contraction rarely lasts 2 minutes. Now, some people get fearful and panicky, and they think that it's a constant contraction, but I've never known it to be. It isn't. If you're relaxed, then the contraction goes away, and you can sort of sleep or nod off or readjust your position or something in between contractions and just wait and get ready for the next one so that you can totally relax again and start abdominal breathing again. So the first stage, stay out of the way of the uterus. Let it do its work. You can't help it. You can't push. You can't do anything except stay out of its way. Get out of the way as much as you can. Second stage is different. That's where you really push with the contractions, and we'll go into all that at another time. So if you will practice abdominal breathing in this position until you really know what you're doing, then you can start doing it wherever you are, and sitting in a car or on a sofa. When you go to bed at night, you might start out with a few abdominal breaths just to get you relaxed. The relaxation also will change as we get on into deeper into your pregnancy. We will want you to be lying down on a surface on your side, and we have the perfect way for pregnant ladies to sleep, and it is thus. I don't know that you can see me very well, but we'll go into more detail on that in our next session together. So good luck with abdominal breathing. Check out my book. It's on chapter 5, if you have the book. It's available, did I tell you? It's available at Amazon and bookstores, my website. Keep in touch with me. I'd love to know how you're doing. And I'm Rhonda Hartman, Natural Childbirth Exercises. See you next time.